How could anybody find this pretty? Don't you understand how it feels to constantly compare yourself to something? To everything. I do it all the time.
In this scene from the film The Perfect Kid, by not yet legal filmmakers, the character played by Caitlin Harold has no confidence in her appearance, and adding makeup helps her to measure up to other girls her age.
Sometimes I just sit and stare at myself.
My character, she does not feel perfect when she doesn't wear makeup, and she feels very scared of her own self, feeling like she'll never be what she wants to be.
Why don't I look like the girls on magazine covers?
I wrote the monologue, actually. I was crying in the bathroom one day and I was like, oh my God, I need to write the monologue, it's perfect. So I start looking at myself in the mirror and I just write the monologue and I'm like, I hate myself, and I'm like hysterical crying, tears are streaming down my face. So that's how it came out.
It's really hard to come to terms with the fact that I'll never be perfect.
The film is the result of the work ethic by the young filmmakers.
We all just really want to talk about how we're feeling and just put that into a film and showcase all of our insecurities, I guess.
A group of ambitious teenagers assembled by film veterans Laurie and Davis and Trish Apello. Davis, an acting teacher who works with people of all ages, felt the need to further the teens' education behind the camera.
I think the scenario, I think that what you guys need to do is you want to capture the emotion in this shot. The kids are so creative and they have such great ideas and they need an outlet. I'm always concerned about some of the things that they do nowadays, or that they don't socialize enough, that they're sitting on their phones, they're sitting on their computers. And I thought, what better way to get kids together and create and make their own videos, their own films, their own documentaries. And I'm surrounded by very talented kids right here in my neighborhood in Bethpage, and also some other kids that I know from other areas that I talk to, my students, and they light up when they talk about their ideas.
Some of them have been going to LISA, some have been in Barry Tech, and some were just very interested in film. Luke is my friend's son, and she would show me his films, and he's one of the inspirations of why I'm doing this, is because I wanted to give him and kids like him a network and a place to come together and talk about film and network with other kids who are like-minded.
This is my favorite part.
What, already on it?
Yeah.
Not really.
The result is a group of teams who formed a bond and found their true calling in filmmaking.
It's crazy, like to be able to be with a bunch of other people that do the same thing as you, and but they could also have different visions, and you could look at one thing one way, but the teamwork of it, you could just they could steer you in the other direction, and it ends up being even better than the idea that you first had.
The creative process takes a long time, and at times getting input from a bunch of different people, whether it be from actors, from writers, from other producers, from directors, that really makes the experience worth it, and it brings more creativity to the project. So at times, even if I'm not acting, I'll sit on the side and I'll say, well, these are some of my takes on the situation, and I think if we did this and this, it would sort of help everything out a bit.
It's been great working with these guys. I've been taking pictures and video for them, and I grew up in the camera business. My mom's a photographer, Yvonne Berger, and my father, Brad Berger, has run Berger Brothers Camera for the past 40-some years. It's always something that I wanted to do. I dabbled in it when I was little, but the past couple of years I've noticed that this is something that I really like. It's something I really have a passion for.
That's what I've been dealing with all my life, having people run away from me like I'm some sort of monster.
In the film The Perfect Kid helps them to express their true feelings.
High school is a rough time, and I'm really glad that we were able to express these experiences through film, like between Marco and Anxiety, me with being looked at as someone weird, Caitlin with her thing. It's so great that we were able to do something like this and express our feelings through the art of film.
And that's really what it's always been about for me, is about the connection, the support, the love, and our kids need it. Some of them are quiet, and they're not expressive through their words, and they can be through their art, whether it's photography or filmmaking or just making funny videos or documentaries about themselves or other people. And I'm really proud of that, the things that they've done in a very short time.
The
quest to be perfect doesn't stop when you stop being a kid. It continues.
For more, go to facebook.com, Not Yet Legal Films. For Push Pause in Bethpage, this is Archie Snowden.